Is gyroscopic precession modelled in Kerbal Space Program? Here are two experiments to put that to the test. Here I've designed a Foucault-inspired pendulum setup that has a servo at the top, but crucially, instead of just a regular mass at the end, there is a rotor with heavy masses added radially. As our control test, let's just see what happens when we let the pendulum swing without turning the rotor. As you can see, it behaves just like a normal pendulum, which is exactly what we expected. So now, let's try it when the masses are spinning. This time, the mass of the pendulum is rotating around the centre, without returning to its equilibrium position. At least not until the rotor slows down, anyway. So now for our second experiment, we can replace the pendulum with a solid rod that points towards the side. Now, when we run our control test, we can see a little bit of a wobble, but mostly it just stays where it is. But when we fire up the rotors, we can see that the rod rotates around the centre again. Interestingly, if we reverse the direction of the mass's rotation, the rod will start rotating in the opposite direction, which is exactly what we would expect to see. So why exactly does this happen? Did the developers code this into the game explicitly to make it more accurate? Well, the reality is that it's just an emergent property that falls out of classical mechanics. This is also why we see other weird rotational phenomena like the Gyroscopic effect, where an object's rotation can suddenly become unstable and flip over. So if you found this interesting, feel free to check out some of my other Kerbal physics experiments.